Hi, Neil here with Covers Camo, your source for custom seat covers. Today, we're checking out the 2023 Can-Am Commander, the seat covers inside here. Alrighty, so we're getting started on this install. I have the driver backrest and driver bottom done already, installed. We're going to show you on the passenger seat. We got part of it started, but first thing that you're going to want to do on the bottoms, these bottoms will lift up just by pulling up on the front side. There's two little kind of push pin pieces right here that will push in to that portion of the seat. So those will lift up, and there's a little hook on the back side right here that pushes into this right here. Okay, so that bar back here, so that'll lift up, and that's helpful to get that seat up and out to install the bottom seat, and we'll show you the bottom cover going on. Okay, so here we have the cover. Here's the top of the cover. It's a black canvas for the insert, and it's a Sirphis Undertow camo for the trim. It's going to go really nice with this Commander. And a MOLLE pocket up on the front right here for storage of the pistol or other gear, first aid supplies, other things like that there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we got the seat off right there, and what we'll do is this is the bottom side of the cover, and there's going to be two straps that are going to go up to buckles. Okay, so here's your buckles right there, and so what we'll do is actually we'll take this cover and flip this whole thing down like this right here. Here's the bottom of the seat, and then start working this cover around like this, and then get those straps and buckles tightened up. Okay, so we got this pulled over, lined up, so you're gonna see now that about where everything is. Here's the strings. This is the back side of the seat right here. That's where that hook is. That's gonna hook into that bar back there. Then here's these buckles up here. So we're gonna line these up. These straps are gonna go to those buckles. When we put this back on, we're gonna need to make sure we just push that strap to the side a little bit, because this is gonna need to push in on the front to clip in there to push the seat down. Alrighty, so when you have the straps and buckles hooked up, also this draw cord around the outside, you're gonna tie that together. Just tie a noose in one side and then go through it and tie it off right there. And you're gonna put it on the underside of this hook right there, because that you need to make sure that that is available for the bar to go into that spot right there. And so this passenger cover is all good to go, and we're gonna get that put in. Now for the backrest, the driver backrest again is on already. Very easy actually to do the driver backrest because it slides forward. The passenger is a little bit trickier. So today what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna remove the backrest piece by that. You can actually pull out on this bottom. There's like two little push pin pieces down here that you're gonna lift that out, and then it sits on some caps on the back side of the seat, and so this will lift up and out, and you'll see right here on the back side there's this little kind of cap portion right here, and that goes up and over this bracket, and then this is just kind of a support piece that pushes against it in the guide rail right here. So you're gonna lift that out, and then we're gonna get the cover pulled on top of it here. So here's the cover, and here's the backrest piece right there, and there's some Velcro down at the bottom right here, and then there's also some Velcro around this section right here on these openings that's gonna pull over and attach the bottom of that little window down. And we're gonna slide that over. Again, this is the middle section, black canvas right here, and then camo canvas on the side. And so we'll slide this over. There's some Velcro openings on the back side right here as well. It's just gonna all pull over and Velcro down to itself. So I've started to attach the Velcro. The Velcro's attached on the sides right here, and then there's gonna be, this is the window Velcro right here that we're gonna attach next up here. Here's a front view of the cover right now. So we got that pulled down. Looking good there. Here's that window Velcro attached up right here. Now, if this cover, I should say, if this passenger seat folded forward or would slide forward like the driver would, we actually would just attach this over the brackets and cover over all of this portion. And that's how this cover was originally designed, but there was just no space to fit our hands. And I'll show you here in a second to attach this Velcro. So what we're gonna do now is actually we're gonna just expose this. So I folded this under like this right here, expose this, because this needs to be sitting flush for this push pin to go in right here. So I've exposed that, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a little slit in the back of the cover right up here where that cap is. There's a little plastic cap where the bracket needs to push up and in right here, and then also over here. I'll show you that in a second. Here, let me do that. So these are the slots that I've made up here. And again, I'll show you in a second where those are gonna go, the bracket that's gonna slide up into that. And this is kind of a plastic cap that's sitting right up here. And then I made sure to make sure that's exposed down here. And then we're gonna put this backrest in. Now there will be a modified pattern to make this simpler for you. There's another backrest pattern if you're running into this issue on the passenger backrest where it doesn't slide forward. But this is one way to do it here as well. Alrighty, so what I'll be doing here is taking these slots right here and putting it into these brackets. Okay, again, the top of this bracket rests up into this cap portion right there. So we're gonna put that on, slide it in, and then make sure this is exposed down here because these pins are gonna push in to this portion right there. Alrighty, so again, here's the backrest, and there's actually a new pattern for this Commander. We had it redesigned because there's these sections right here where there's a bracket that you slide it into. And so now this will have a larger cutout section right here. So you can slide that in, and there's a Velcro opening on the side right here. Much easier to install than what I had done before, and a larger cutout around here as well. So hemmed around this section, so that allows this to push in, lock in better right there. Velcro tabs down below right here, so that just comes from the front, and that Velcro sticks together on the back right there. And then you can see here's this side Velcro that connects together. And then so we got nice openings right here and here, and then down below. And so that's gonna allow it to fit into that bracket, and you can now you can take the seat back off of the bracket system without taking the cover off at all. So it's a nice new design, gonna be much better there. And so this is gonna be the same on driver and passenger sides. The driver wasn't as much of an issue because we had more space to slide it forward, but on this passenger it was really, really tight, almost impossible to install it. So this is the new design right here, much better design there. Again, here's the new design on this section right here on the back. So this will fit on. There's cutouts right here, so it can lock into the bracket system. And then also down here, a large cutout right here. And I'll show you this bracket system over here. Those are those brackets that it actually slides into. And what we were running into on this passenger side is this passenger would not slide forward at all, whereas the driver would. And so it allowed for a lot more space to get in and around when this driver was slid forward to get that cover on. The passenger made it pretty much impossible since it wasn't sliding forward. So I got that inside here now, and again, just fit it onto that bracket. So I was able to install the cover completely outside of without it being attached on now. And so it's onto the bracket system. I put the cover on. Now I've put it over the brackets back here, and then push those two little push pins into the seat right there. And again, you want to do all that with the driver bottom out. And now I have the driver bottom here, and then we're gonna just put the passenger bottom in right here, and then lock that down right there now. So now we got that all finished up there. Looking good, and much better design for this backrest for you. So installing this driver seat, the main thing you're gonna wanna do is slide it forward. And there's a little adjustment bar underneath your seat. that you're gonna need to pull, and then it's gonna slide all the way forward. And I'm gonna need my second hand to do that here, but we're gonna pull that forward, and then this backrest is gonna go over there and just attach around the back side. And that bottom pulls out the same way that we did that passenger. So I've slid that forward. Again, I pulled that bar towards me and then just took my other hand and just slid that forward right there. That backrest pulls forward right there, really easy. And you can attach that Velcro all the way around the backside, and it just goes over these brackets right here. So that is one thing. If you needed to remove this backrest piece, which I don't know why you'd want to do that very often, but if you wanted to do that, you would need to take this Velcro off right here, loosen that cover up, and pull it at least halfway up, if not all the way off. And then you could remove this backrest out. But to access the battery, and which is going to be the most common thing that you're going to do, is that's actually underneath the bottom seat here. So you could just lift that up like that right there and access your battery down there. On the back side here, there's some other electrical panels, and I'm not sure the reason why you might need to get back there very often, but if you did, yes, take the cover off, you can take the backrest off, and again, this current pattern right here installs over the full back bracket right there.